Hey world, it's just me, Jeremiah Scenes in the flesh. Yeah, of course I'm in the flesh. It'd be fucking stupid if I wasn't. All right, I just kind of some comedy, stand-up comedy trials, because haven't really put my foot up in the world yet. Okay, first off, just blog about something the other day. I got fired, a couple weeks ago, and I don't feel really too bad about it. I think I did a pretty good job, but I kept calling in sick. I don't know if that's a normal thing. I kept calling in sick, but the boss kept getting mad, and boss's name is Bob, and Bob kept getting mad at me, and he kept bitching about like how'd you get sick, and I'm like, well, like every other fucking person in the world, just contracted the disease, like apparently I was like the only person in the world who's never been sick before, but yeah, that's not important right now. Important thing is, I got fed up with this, so I took him aside and I was like, "Hey, can I talk to you in your office, please?" And he goes, "All right." Walked in there. He started writing up my write up. Just usual boss shit. And so I looked at him and I was like, the reason why I've been calling in lately is well, I just recently found out that I contracted AIDS, and it's really been affecting my life. And of course, he's just looking there from the side, like it's like, huh, hmm, is that so? Yeah, yeah, it's good about that. You sign here. So of course I start signing. I was like, I need you to pay attention to this, sir. Pushed it back at him, and I was like, need you to pay attention. I got it from your wife. Flat out, he was pissed. Like, of course, he fired me, and he just kind of blew it off, like, ha ha ha, ha, yeah, you're fired. And I was like, oh, good riddance. But I went home. I was, all not really all that mad about being fired. I knew I could find a new job, but I knew that I came out better than better than him, because he's gonna be driving home. That day he's gonna be driving home, or maybe another day, and he's probably gonna call up his wife. He's gonna be like, "Hey, honey, I had a question to ask you." It's like, "Yeah, honey, what's up?" He's like, you know what? I'll see you when I get home. I love you, honey. Hang up. It's like, fuck, how do I ask her this shit? Because there's no real way you ask your wife if she has AIDS. You'd be like, hey, honey, do you have AIDS? Oh, you're packing your stuff up and you're leaving. Oh, and you're taking the kids. Great. That was totally worth it. Damn it. There's no way. And, it's just going to make him feel kind of uncomfortable as wife. But not only that, like, the next time that she's possibly going to want something in bed, he's going to be like, just think about it. He's gonna be like, no. She's like, why? He's like, my back hurts. Yeah, my back hurts. I pulled it doing some paperwork today. Yeah, it's a good story. He's gonna be going to the doctor's offices, but whatever. He's just gonna keep going on. I can go on forever, but there's no point. But yeah. So I ruined his life, and I found another job. I don't know who came out the victor. I don't know. Guy got divorced, committed suicide. That's he had a good life. It was I couldn't have done anything. Okay, moving on. But at that job, when I used to work there, I was kind of lazy, like every other American in the world. But so I used to have to lift people's donations and stuff and take it out to a car because it was kind of like a Goodwill, but a Mormonized Goodwill, which was equivalent to a homeless person having sex with another homeless person, and you get like Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm just kidding. But so when I was working there, we used to take the donations out of the cars, and they're kind of heavy every once in a while. Like some guy has like a million fucking tools in the back of his like he doesn't even use like the back of his truck, and fucking they all weigh like a fucking they have like the density of a dying star. Like these people have like shit, and they just donate it, and they're just like, yeah, it's worth a couple grand there. Don't mind the broken shit. Like, what? You mean this is a garbage bag? Yeah, yeah. It's worth a lot. It's been sitting in my garage for a few years. Probably acquired some value. Like, okay, whatever. You always have to take it. But I get sick and tired of the job because it was stupid. So every once in a while, I just, play around with them. So I decided, one day just to try out using a different accent, trying to, confuse them. So I decided to be gay. Just use a gay accent, just to, maybe they might help me out a little bit more, do all the work for me, and it worked really well. Like but this one guy in particular, he really struck me because I got him so good. Like he came up, he pulled up in his nice pickup truck, as all douchebags drive, and he just came up to me and he's like, "I'd like to get this couch out of here, just donate this." I'm like, "Oh yeah, honey, let's see if I can go get that. Let's see, that looks pretty heavy. I might need some help with that. All right." So okay, let me see. I should lift this. No, it's too heavy. You're strong. You can get it for me, can't you? Thank you. So finally, like, he took care of it. He picked it up. He's looking at his muscles as he's going because he's a douchebag trying to feel stronger. He feels better about himself. I'm just getting away with being lazy. I'm just watching this guy do my job for me, put everything up, and pretty much I get paid for it, and he's just doing it. I'm just like, whatever, just put up with his accent for 5 to 16 minutes, 5 to 16 minutes, depending on how much of a douchebag he is. But, eventually he did all the work for me, and I was happy, and then, like every other douchebag who I have to keep saying that because they really are, that donates there, they always want a receipt, like saying like this is so they can lie in their tax forms that this is how much this is worth, even though it's like in 17 pieces, it's worth like $2,000, whatever. They always lie. So I just gave him his form and I was like, so you sign right here, and I need your name it there. I need your John Hancock down here, your John Hancock there, and then I need all the other things. Just here's the sign it for me, and I'll get you a copy. So he signed it and gave it back to me. And, as soon as he gave it back to me, ripped it off, and I'm like, have a nice day. And he looked at me like my accent changed completely. He's just like, oh my god, that's so funny. And he just started cracking up. I didn't think it was that funny, but, apparently he did, because probably a homophobe, most likely. Kind of a redneck guy. But, nonetheless, there was no harm done. Just the guy went away. Never thought I'd see him again. Then, go figure, later that day, I'm just walking around the mall, minding my own business. I see him and some lovely little lady walking around, and there's this guy, and he's just standing right over here. Mind you, I knew what his name was because he signed the slip. His name was Nathaniel. So he was going into this jewelry store, and I was just like, maybe I can go, joke around with him again. Maybe it's funny. Sometimes funny things come in pairs. So I went up there, and he started getting down on his knee, and it looked like he was about to propose. I was like, perfect. And in my mind, there was no way I could have done anything harmful here. But, of course, I was like 19, so I wasn't really thinking. But I got up there. He's proposing to his girlfriend. I go, Nathaniel, how could you? Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Just, Jeremiah, it's okay. I didn't know she mattered more than me. You take her and you go, you have a good life like you. And started running off. And, and he just sitting there, he's laughing. He looks back. His girlfriend apparently didn't think it was so funny. She slaps him across the face, takes the ring, throws it on the ground, calls him a faggot, and starts running the opposite direction. He's looking at me. I'm running off laughing. He's looking back at her. She's running off screaming. And he chose to chase after me. But just a few steps afterward, his girlfriend's like, yeah, chase after your fucking whore. So I was like, oh, fuck, But then eventually, like, he just kind of stopped and he just touched his head and he just took a bow and he just took a knee and he was just like, oh, God. I was laughing and I just ruined this guy's life. I mean, I felt kind of bad, but it was way too funny. And then, again, I went to the bar, just sitting in there. Of course, I couldn't drink. Just hanging out like a really weird 19-year-old kid trying to act like he's 21. Never mind that. But this guy, never thought I'd see him again. And go figure, guy number douchebag 1005 walks right in. I'm like, oh, fuck. He sees me and he walks a beeline straight for me. Like, he is just, his fucking eyes are livid. And he gets to me. And I'm like, oh, shit, karma. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm a dead, yep, I'm a dead man. I was like, oh, damn it. Because this guy's huge, and I'm just this little scrawny fat kid, you know. And then he gets up to me, and he touches my shoulder, and I'm like, oh, he's going to break it. And he sits down, and he almost falls to the floor. He's crying. He's like, oh, man, you saved my life. You saved my life. Oh, oh. Yeah, you have no idea. She was such a bitch. Oh. So he's sitting there crying, and he told me the story. So apparently, like, he knocked this girl up, and she was supposed to just be a one night stand. She was apparently like this big old whore. But apparently, number savior, gay, asshole, bitch, fag, whatever you want to call me, comes over, and I throw off this big display. And he couldn't get her to want to have an abortion because she was Christian. But as soon as I came into the picture and he turned gay, abortion just opened right up in her mind. She started running off the other direction. So the point of the story is, if you're a douchebag and you're an asshole, things work out. Keep being a dick. Have a nice day.